defensive matchup this evening in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is for me, Kevin. I mean, I like to see defense take center stage sometimes. I love when teams get after it and make it hard for each other to score. And if you're a basketball purist, this is must-watch TV.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He is joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point guard position.
First team foul.
Minnesota on D. Here's Jokic. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Edwards looking it over. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. Pass to Gordon. Here's Brown. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's McDaniels. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back.
You give Gordon a chance to get out and run, give him room. I mean, this guy can cover ground in a hurry. You got to close out on him early, or he's going to make you pay for it.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Conley kicks to Randall. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
You know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
And here's Jokic outside. Conley grabs the miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Gobert. Not going to go that time. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon's eyebrows go up when he sees an opportunity to drop the hammer. This guy is a phenomenal athlete. Throws it down with some major force.
Randall with the bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Pass to Jokic. Porter against McDaniel. Porter passes to Murray. Clock at 6. Over Conley. Rebound Minnesota.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back. Boy, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Thank you, David. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
No good with the layup. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 1. Here's Jokic outside for Murray. Again, the miss by Murray.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Edwards. Takes it inside. It's good.
Edwards got a tight handle now and enjoys breaking out these types of moves on him.
Murray scanning the floor. Again, the miss by Murray.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Drills it from outside.
Nice, smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Jokic finds Gordon. Here's Brown, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And a wide open look for Porter. Misses the three. Randall from outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. DiVincenzo hits the bucket. The Nuggets trail by 3. Jokic with the screen on DiVincenzo. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
On the wing, Murray. Defended by DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock.
Excellent defense from McDaniels. Jaden's length and activity, really a problem for shooters.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. For Denver, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Jokic has a 2-pointer. Minnesota with the rebound. Here is Edwards. 5 points in the game. As to McDaniels. Over in the corner, Randall. Trains it from beyond the arc. Randall's got 9.
Taking it himself, Randall changes who he is when the jumper goes in.
Here's Brown. Edwards defending. And here's Jokic. Lets it go with the 3. There's Jokic with range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Mr. Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Edwards finds McDaniel. And another 3 for Minnesota. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. That's going to send Dante DiVincenzo to the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the game. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
1:44 left to play in the first half. Shot clock at 6. There's Porter with the 3. The Nuggets with another miss. Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. 4-point game. Pass to Jokic. Three-pointer. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Gobert dishes to Randall. Now here's DiVincenzo. Fires the 3. They get it back. And it's Edwards, top of the key. Another shot. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic just got rebound number 5 here tonight. Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Look at Gordon knife through that defense, getting ahead of steam on his way to the basket and flushing that dunk home.
Knocked away. 34 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Brown's shot is off. For Minnesota, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Edwards, that's good.
Good find that time by DiVincenzo. An unselfish player always looking to make the extra pass.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Shot from the wing. And Denver again with the bucket. With 1 on the clock, that shot is off. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Timberwolves lead by 3. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Reed. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Miller in at the 4-man position. Conley feeling it out. Ingles in the corner. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Strother. Astanaji for the lead. Conley grabs the miss. Minnesota in the lead. And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in 2-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last, in 3-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets.
Outside Westbrook. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Westbrook's got 5 now.
Always competing. Westbrook clapping back with a 3 of his own.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Here's Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
That's his first personal.
Boy, when you combine Westbrook's athleticism with the ferocity that he plays with, hard not to foul him inside.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Watson surveying the D. And again, Denver no good. Timberwolves leading by 5. Conley with a wide open look. And another 3 for Minnesota.
3 points.
Stop and pop. Conley dangerous everywhere.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. To the left side wing. Here's Crowther. And again, Denver no good. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And a deep 3 from Westbrook. Miller grabs the miss.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Alexander Walker. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Nuggets trail by 8. Pass to Strother. From downtown, they grab their own miss. Here's Westbrook. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Westbrook's got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for the Nuggets. Westbrook against Conley. Miller outside. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And stolen by Jordan. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Crowther. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
For the tie, Reed with the rebound.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And it's Miller with the jam.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And Westbrook throws it down.
You know, one of the things about Westbrook that has always been evident is incredible motor, especially when he's heading to the rack.
Conley against Westbrook. Out to Conley. High, arcing shot.
And this is the right play by Conley, sticking with the motion and ensuring he gets to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for the
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Now Westbrook. He's got 11. Fires from way outside. That one doesn't go. Up in time. The shot, no good. And that does it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the 4th quarter. Timberwolves ahead. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And the call up against Jokic.
Nikola Jokic.
That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Randall outside. There's the 3. Here's Gobert. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Jokic.
I like seeing Gobert use the shot fake because it's an effective way to get the defenders into the paratroopers club.
Second free throw, no good.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And you see, don't you, Clark, this steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
DiVincenzo with it, out guarded by Murray. McDaniels passes to Gobert. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. The Nuggets trail by 8. Deep 2 from Murray. And right through it goes.
Well, I tell you what, Jamal Murray's so good at rocking his defender to sleep as he's setting up that pull-up jumper.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. They get the rebound. Randall finds Gobert. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Another miss by Minnesota.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Jokic, no good. Minnesota leading by 6. Left side, Edwards. Gobert dishes to Edwards. Back to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Throwing it down. Gobert using all of his height there.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's Edwards on the wing. Fires the 3. Pass to McDaniels from deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. McDaniels got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's DiVincenzo. And he gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Funky finish by DiVincenzo there, using the floater as a way to neutralize the shot block.
Porter can't get that one to fall. Now the Timberwolves with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. It's Edwards on the wing. Fires from deep. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Brown's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo with the nice touch on the inside shot. Boy, he really knows how to make it work at close range.
And it's Gordon missing. Timberwolves leading by 15. Outside Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Outside Edwards. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Denver's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Minnesota.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
A very solid win indeed, and when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Anthony Edwards.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep, Jokic. It's hauled in by Edwards. Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. DiVincenzo kicks to Randall. Fires from way outside. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very. Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back like you still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
Will come at a premium tonight, Richard. These are two of the stingiest defenses in the NBA.
Yeah, these games were a grind to play in. You're fighting for every bucket. So the little things, like an extra possession here or there, those will be huge.
So the Houston starting five. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Amen Thompson out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at center, filling out the middle.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
Gordon with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Tries to keep it alive. They kick it out to Murray. And the three-pointer goes.
And hey, I mean, Murray will take the corner three when it's given to him. You got to chase him off this line.
Şengün, a screen on Murray. Three-pointer. Van Vliet gets the three to fall.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Houston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size
look out! Ruthless!
Whoa! How is the hoop still standing?
Ooh. Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Porter from outside. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
A lights-out three-point shooter. All Porter Jr. needs is a little wiggle room, and he's pulling up.
Van Vliet scanning the floor. No good from outside. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Brown. And again, Denver with a three.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Van Vliet against Murray. On the wing, Green. No good. Had a chance to win the run there.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
Here's Jokic. To the wing on the left. Another shot. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Van Vliet with it. Now Porter defending. Gets a hand on it. And stolen by Murray.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's the three. And again, Denver with a three.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Van Vliet. A good-looking shot from the wing. Van Vliet's got 5 points. The Nuggets lead by 7. Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
Now let's find out what head coach David Adelman had to say. Allie LaForce.
We talked about Fred VanVleet and how Coach hopes to counter him. Coach told me I'd love to put size on him and give him an unfavorable matchup. But the truth is, it's all about hustle. Just staying on him as much as possible. It's a pretty straightforward strategy, but Coach hopes it's effective, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Rockets trail by 6. Here's Green. Finished off the break.
The blinding speed of Green really turns on the Jets in transition. It's impressive to watch.
Jokic against Şengün. Jokic, good.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot. I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Gordon outside. Jokic in the post. Working on Şengün.
I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Thompson, no good. He got it up. Oh, it's good!
At the buzzer, that is how you finish it.
Whoa! The heave to... And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You'd love to see it.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
An elite passer at his position. Jokic just seems to have eyes in the back of his head sometimes.
The 3 from Thompson. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
To the paint. Stolen by Thompson. Outside, Green. From deep three-point land. The open shot by Brooks. Gets a very good look and converts. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. On the wing, Porter. Pass to Brown. And here's Murray. Jokic in the post. Defended by Şengün. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
The 3 from Thompson. Good. And VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got 3 assists in the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys build contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
An efficient shooter like Jokic will always find points. All he needs is the ball.
You know, it's hard to understate the value VanVleet brings to this team, Richard.
When you look back at Toronto's championship in 2019, he made some huge plays. When the moment got big, he came through and came out on top.
Brown drains the triple. And it's a 7-point Denver lead.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Şengün, a screen on Gordon. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Gordon outside. Brown passes to Jokic. And stolen by Jokic. Oh, Jokic hammers it home.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
There's a screen. The three from Thompson. Porter pulls it in. Denver leading by 7. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. A minute 35 left in the second quarter. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Jalen Green. And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
And here's VanVleet from the arc. Gordon pulls it in. And here's Denver. They're on a 13-5 run. And the dunk by Jokic.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
He shoots. Houston with another miss.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
58 seconds left in the first half. The open shot by Thompson. On the wing, Brooks fires the 3. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Brooks has got 5.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
On the wing, Porter. From behind the arc. They get it back. They kick it out to Murray. The 3 ball. Hits the trifecta. He's got 6.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Thompson attacking.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
The Nuggets lead by 11. Now here's Jokic. 16 points for him. Murray's shot is good.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's Denver. They lead by 13. And we'll be back right after this. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by Nikola Jokic.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. We've got Aaron Holiday, Steven Adams out there with Smith. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Eason in at the 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Rockets, trailing by 13. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Here's Eason. Misses the 3. The Nuggets lead by 13. Here's Watson. Sinks the tray. Watson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
That's why Westbrook racks up so many assists.
On the wing, Holiday. Tipped. Outside Eason. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by Denver. 90 seconds into the second half now. Here's Westbrook. The quick look, no good that time. Rockets trail by 16. Outside Holiday. Launches it. Here's Smith. Hands it from the wing. Smith's got his first bucket in this one.
And this is why Jabari Smith went early in the draft. His ability to find shots and, of course, make them too.
Here's Najee. Adams grabs the miss.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Out left to the wing. Shoots it from the corner. Jordan, the pass to Najee. Who poked away. It's stolen by Holiday. In transition, here they come. Jordan against Adams. Holiday from long range. Knocks down the triple. Holiday's got 6 in the quarter.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
The Nuggets with another miss.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Denver leading by 9.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Watson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. Houston has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Three-pointer, Holiday. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Westbrook, the pass to Jordan. Fires for 3. And that one's good. Strother's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Smith. Gets to the corner and hits it.
Man, and you have to like the patience there. Smith reading the defense and then attacking.
Westbrook taking his time here. Fires from deep. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Three-pointer, Holiday. And it's Denver with a rebound. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Westbrook outside. There's the triple. Smith with the rebound. Rockets trail by 13.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Aaron Holiday. That's his first personal foul.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third. And the foul on Cam Whitmore. That's his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group here for the Nuggets. Houston making some changes.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Jokic. He's got 16. Who trains the 19-footer. Jokic has got 18 points in the game. The Rockets shooting a disappointing 38%. Thompson, a screen on Jokic. Launches it from deep. Kept alive. The kick out to Van Vliet. From downtown. And it's Denver with a rebound. Knocks it loose. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Here's Green. And so it's Denver liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Here's Brown. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 7 assists in the game.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Jokic against Green.
Jeff Green. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Jokic against Green. And he's going for the oop here. Thompson with a steal.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Oh, Amen Thompson. Incredible verticality.
They're running. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And there's no defense for that. Live ball turnovers, they are the worst.
With all the attention that Murray gets, smart by Jamal to dish it on that play.
And here's Green from the arc. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Now he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers. Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
And the Rockets making a change here. Şengün's checked in.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Rockets trail by 17. On the wing, Green. The shot. Rebounded by Denver. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Jokic. Outside Murray. Launches a 3. They grab their own miss. Lets it go from deep. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got his 9th assist of the game now. Here's Şengün. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Goes up on the wing. Porter gets the bucket.
The offensive versatility of Porter Jr. is impressive. Able to burn defenses in so many ways.
Outside, Green.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Beyond the arc. And Houston, another 3.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Over to the left wing. Brown passes to Jokic. Screen by Gordon. To the middle. The dive for the ball. And here's Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Brown. From the arc. And again, Denver with a 3.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Nuggets.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And what a huge performance it was for Nikola Jokic.
And he was doing everything out there on the floor tonight. Triple-double on the stat sheet, and that doesn't even tell the whole story.
Houston has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Thompson, a screen on Murray. And the basket by Van Vliet.
Nice unselfish play by Green, taking the time to get another guy a better shot.
for three. Gordon knocks down the long J. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Count it.
Thompson. Assist from Şengün.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the fourth. To the left side wing. Pass to Brown. Şengün with a steal. Here's Brooks. So no problem for Denver as they get the win. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do.
that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Running the wings, they'll go at Green and Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. Now here's Thompson. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
The Timberwolves with a quick start to this game. It's a 5-point game. Gobert with a screen on Van Vliet. They get it again. Gobert with the pass to Edwards. Here's DiVincenzo. Trains the 19-footer. DiVincenzo's got his second best hit of the game.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Here's Brooks. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Edwards, no good.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Now, here's Thompson. That's short off the rim.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
For 3, Edwards. Rockets with the rebound. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. Pass to Sengun. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. He told me that Sengun won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He added in his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Oh, here's Edwards. It's tipped, tries to keep it alive, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Green. Here's the 3. And rebounded by McDaniels. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. DiVincenzo passes to Gobert. Randall from outside sinks the three-pointer.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And the stroke of Van Vliet is so nice, proving once again why he's so valuable to this team.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's stolen by Randall. Left side, Edwards. Shoots. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Rockets trail by 3. Van Vliet with it. Şengün finds Brooks, fires from the wing, and yes, it's good.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's DiVincenzo. Can't hit from in close. For Houston, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Thompson looking for an opening. Shot up 2 there. Randall outside. From the arc. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Here's McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniel.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense? What a sweet kick by Edwards.
How about the handle of Anthony Edwards? So much tighter. That is so good.
Thompson sets the pick for Van Vliet. For 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Van Vliet's got 6.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. Not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. DiVincenzo kicks to Randall. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston. Thompson outside, beyond the arc. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Edwards got 7 now in this quarter. Brooks outside. Three-pointer. Hands it from downtown.
And Brooks needs to keep taking and making those jumpers. It's only going to help his confidence.
There's Green with the 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Edwards with it. Now defended by Şengün. Over in the corner, McDaniels. The 19-foot shot, and again it's Minnesota converting. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game.
Thompson with the rebound. Rockets trail by 4. Outside, Green. A 3-ball. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's McDaniels. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Now that one from Van Vliet.
Well, just high-quality transition opportunity right there from Fred Van Vliet. This guy is so reliable to make the plays necessary in transition.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And for Houston, they're shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. And they take the lead. Thompson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Edwards passes to Gobert. Right wing. Randall from outside. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Edwards kicks to Randall. Traps in the tray. Randall's got 9 points.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randall. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
And the wide open shot from Green. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Edwards inside. He's against Green. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves ahead, leading by just 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Teams are in their chances in center court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drums, please. They're taking about the shots.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Amen Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. We've got Jabari Smith. He's out there with Steven Adams. Tari Easton is out there with Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Here's Conley. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Conley's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Timberwolves. Easton, a screen on Miller. Here's Smith. Funny from the wing.
And that's a nice shot from mid-range there. Smith must continue to knock it down at that level.
Conley inside the line. It's rebounded by Houston. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Smith inside. Covered by Miller. Here's Whitmore. Miller grabs the miss.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
Whitmore finds Smith. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And it's Whitmore missing. Timberwolves leading by 5. Now, Alexander Walker. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Smith outside. Lots of room. Ingles with the rebound for Minnesota. They've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Alexander Walker passes to Reed. Fires for 3. And no good. Rockets trail by 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Conley surveying the D. Miller, no up. And for the Rockets, they're shooting 41% for the game. Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, some way, He's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks.
This guy has got such a smooth handle that the pull-up game is always in play.
And Holiday kicks to Smith. Over Miller. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Conley for three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Shot by Eason, no good. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. Leading by 5. Miller with a wide open look. That three off the mark. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Outside Holiday. Here's Adams. Smith right side. And at last, they get one to fall. Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Alexander Walker. And he uses the glass on the layup. Alexander Walker's got 5 points so far. Smith outside. Pass to Holiday. Shoots the three. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first three. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Timberwolves leading by 5. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Rockets shooting around 40% from the floor. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Over Green. And the basket by Edwards. 11 points for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, nice shot. He didn't need the fadeaway to create separation, though. He was wide open.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, I mean, listen, Fred Van Vliet, you can practically close his eyes. That's how comfortable he is out on the arc.
And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Thompson from long range. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Edwards dishes to Randall. It's stolen by Green. Van Vliet passes to Green. Out to Thompson. With the fadeaway. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
If you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Thompson finds Green. Thompson, a screen on Edwards. Here's Green. 5 to shoot. Releases from the wing and drills it.
And what you just love about Green, a guard who works with or without the ball, can break you down in so many ways.
Randall with a screen for Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Van Vliet gets to Şengün. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
Well, solid execution. Fred Van Vliet is just so steady. This guy always makes the right basketball play.
Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. Timberwolves leading by 4. It's Edwards on the wing. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Brooks for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. McDaniels gets a wide open look. No good on the triple. Rockets trail by 6. The drive by Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Randall a screen on Van Vliet. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Brooks from outside. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the 3-ball is good. Edwards got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Pass to McDaniels. Goes up on the wing. Şengün with the rebound. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101. But boy, is it working. Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Here's Randall. Over Thompson. Randall with the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Van Vliet outside. Puts up a deep 3. And the miss. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the bill with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna
All right, Grant, two. West's most formidable squads going at it here.
You know, B.A., looking to prove who is the one to beat in their conference. Love this elite level of competition. This is a chance to show who is the best in the West.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Porter in at the 3.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
So it's Denver now, following the score by Minnesota. Conley looking for an opening. This one for 3. Sinks it from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic from deep. Randall pulls down the board.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Denver grabs the miss.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a 3rd or 4th guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you've got to play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
Here's Conley. Denver getting their last shot to go. A deep 3. And that's good. Randall for 3.
Nice looking shot, especially from that deep.
And here's Gordon from the arc. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Good on the bucket.
Great recognition there from Conley. He saw an opening and took it.
Murray passes to Jokic. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Conley against Porter. Here's McDaniels. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
The shot by Brown, no good. Minnesota leading by 5. And here's Edwards outside. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Here's Jokic, bearing his 2nd of 3 attempts.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Conley, 5 points in the game. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Conley. Will stand in the highly competitive West. The Denver Nuggets continue to distinguish themselves.
Well, Brian, they are unquestionably a top team in their conference, and they're proof that smart front office decisions and patience really pays off in the long run.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Randall. From the top of the key, Denver grabs the miss. Down low. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Nuggets trail by 6. Outside Porter. There's the 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. Randall, good.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the three with confidence now.
Puts it up. That's short off the rim.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Gobert passes to Edwards. Outside Conley. Over Murray. 6 to shoot. Here's McDaniels. Oh, the double clutch. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now. Denver's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Outside Murray. Pass to Brown. Here's Gordon. The shot from 20 feet out. Randall pulls down the board. Conley up top. And here's Edwards. Offensive board. Gobert. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
And credit him for understanding the situation and coming through.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back after this word. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Well, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the center position. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Gordon can't hit. Minnesota leading by 10. Conley with the ball. Checked by Murray. Conley passes to Gobert. Murray against Conley. Second chance shot. Porter with the steal. And here they come. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, this is Gordon at his best. Flying through the air and hammering home alley-oops with a little style.
For 3, Conley hits a three-pointer. Conley's got 8.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Back to Murray. Fires it. And he hits the jumper. Murray's got his first points in this one.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Edwards. Brown grabs the board. Nuggets trail by 9. Murray for 3. Connects from downtown. Murray's gotten his second bucket.
Terrific up-tempo play by Murray. Gets the ball, and moments later, he has a shot up.
And here's Edwards outside. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. On the take. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
An elite passer at his position. Jokic just seems to have eyes in the back of his head sometimes.
Murray against Conley. From outside the arc. And again, Denver with a 3. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Outside Murray. And again. Denver with a 3.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
McDaniels passes to Conley. Here's Gobert. Using the size. Gobert.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Here's Murray. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Pass to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. He's got 7. Fires the 3. The triple hits for Edwards.
Man, Edwards gets great lift off the floor when shooting that jumper.
Outside Murray. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Conley on the attack. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Conley's got 10.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Shoots. And again, it's Denver converting.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Gobert, no good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Minnesota up 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Really an incredible game from Jamal Murray.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You gotta give him credit.
On the court for Denver, they've got Peyton Watson, Russell Westbrook out there with DeAndre Jordan, and it's Tyson in at the 4. Nuggets trail by 4, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
Here's Alexander Walker. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Nuggets trail by 8. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Strother. The 3. Drops in the 3.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Outside, DiVincenzo puts up a 3. On target from range. DiVincenzo's got 5.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
You love how Westbrook commits to his selections, not letting anything distract him on the three-point shot.
Alexander Walker. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Here's Westbrook, and he makes it on the layup. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
In the paint, Westbrook's agility makes him a tough cover. He just slips past the D and gets his shot.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Alexander Walker. Basket's good. He has 7.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Lets it go from deep. And again, Denver with a 3.
And if the defense leaves a man open, Westbrook will find him. Russell's floor awareness helps him rack up the assist.
DiVincenzo on the wing, pounded by Westbrook. Here's Ingles. Rebounded by Denver. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Nuggets trail by 5. For 3, Westbrook. They grab their own miss. Jordan finds Westbrook. This one for 3. The rebound by Ingles.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
DiVincenzo, pass to Ingles. Pass to Miller. Top of the key. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now. To the paint.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. The Timberwolves lead by 3. The 3, DiVincenzo hits the trifecta. DiVincenzo's got 8 here in this quarter.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Pass to Strother. There's the triple. Miller pulls it in. For Minnesota, they've gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited.
Nuggets trail by 8. Westbrook outside. Here's Strother. Jordan the screen. The 3 is up. And that one's good. Strother's got 6.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. The coaches notice that extra effort.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa, Aaron Gordon. Looking like he's in a slam dunk contest right there.
Conley passes to Edwards. Back to Conley. Fires the 3. Up again. Gobert with the follow.
You want to talk about length? Gobert's arms go on forever. A major threat for putback slams.
Murray for 3. Order the pass to Murray. Over Conley. No good, off the front rim. Minnesota leading by 5. Here's Edwards. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
Here's Jokic. Oh, how about Jokic running the break?
And we know he can pass the ball, but wow, what a great finisher as well. Jokic delivering when his team needs him.
Here's Edwards. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Nuggets trail by 6. Murray deciding where to go with it. Up and over Conley. Oh, it's Jamal Murray scoring on a gorgeous play.
I call Jamal Murray a scoring guard. He's on this team to provide points, and he's certainly doing that tonight.
McDaniels, a screen on Gordon. Randall, good. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Outside Murray. Shot from the top of the key. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Edwards. Takes it inside. And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, doing it with speed and style. Edwards putting on a show at the rim.
Here's Jokic. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game. Pass to Edwards. Out to the right wing. Gordon against Randall. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And yeah, Randall is absolutely a threat from in between. Something that D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
Jokic with a screen on Conley. Murray passes to Brown. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Oh! Edwards finishes the break.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Jokic in the post, defended by Gobert. Jokic, no good. Minnesota leading by 10. Randall on the screen. On the tape, Edwards. Gobert passes to Conley. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Brown's shot is good.
The court awareness on full display. Jokic is such a unique big man.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Conley. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
1:09 left to play in the fourth quarter. Murray for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Randall on the screen. Inside. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Here's Edwards. And it's Denver with a rebound.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. Score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And Minnesota with possession here. Conley passes to Randall. Fires away from way outside. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They
Rebounding should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Porter at the small forward position. And Jokic gets it to go.
Have a lot of respect for Jokic's feel for the game. He plays the right way, sees everything, great vision, and he processes what he sees so quickly.
Count that one. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Clark, famously, Fred VanVleet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size, but man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred VanVleet has done. He is an incredible basketball player, smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
VanVleet with it, now defended by Jokic. Wasted no time on that one.
Şengün showing his touch there. That's a tough spot for a big.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jokic against Şengün. Pulls it from 20. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
VanVleet with the bucket.
And what a tool for VanVleet to have. We know he is great driving it, so when he's using the pull-up, it's really effective.
And a wide-open look for Porter. To the right side. Here's Brown. Kicks it out to Gordon. They can't stop the run with that one.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
VanVleet wide open. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The Nuggets trail by 5. It's Porter outside. Fred VanVleet grabs the miss. And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Rockets. Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
There's Green with the 3. Back to VanVleet. Thompson a screen on Murray. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Denver's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Rockets leading by 7. VanVleet outside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nuggets shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
VanVleet deciding where to go with it. Şengün with a wide open look. Hits it from 3-point range. Şengün's got 5 points so far. Porter finds Murray. Fires it up. And it's Denver scoring again.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
VanVleet up top. He's covered by Murray. Pulls up on the wing. Van Vliet outside. Takes a three. And it's Denver with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Şengün. No good on the three. And a deep three from Jokic. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
So on the floor for Denver. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Porter at the small forward. Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team.
Here's Murray following the basket by Fred VanVleet. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And the basket by Gordon.
You know, when Gordon is hitting this all the time, the defense will have to play up on it. Consistency is the key.
VanVleet outside. Over Murray. Pass to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Thompson's got 7.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Here's Murray, 6 points for him. Here's Gordon. Rockets with the rebound. Şengün's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brooks with no one around. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Brown. Baseline jumper. Nice jump shot. Good. Gordon's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
The ability to hit mid-range shots makes Gordon that much more dangerous. Talk about versatility.
A clear look for VanVleet. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. VanVleet's got 4 points now in the quarter. VanVleet against Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Here's Murray following the basket by Fred VanVleet. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Now it's a 5-point Houston lead.
And count on VanVleet to hit that 3-point shot. He's an efficient scorer from beyond the arc.
Pass to Brown. The Nuggets with another miss. And so VanVleet will bring it up for Houston. The 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 5. Looking to end the run. Sinks the triple. Brown's got 6 points.
Good find from Jokic. Fantastic at getting that rock to teammates on time, on target.
Brooks outside. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And it's Gordon missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Lets it fly. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Murray, no good. Rockets leading by 5. And Thompson kicks to Green. Thompson sets the pick for Van Vliet. And a miss there on the triple.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Jokic sends a 2-pointer. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 10 points for him.
And, you know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
There's the triple. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Guys, it's been all about Fred Van Vliet for the Houston Rockets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this.
To center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. Here measuring up the shot.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Fred Van Vliet has been sensational.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they asked him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Jabari Smith is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Whitmore, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Holiday at the point guard position. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Pass to Pickett for the tie. It's rebounded by Houston.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Eason gets a wide open look. Connects from 3-point range. Eason's got himself on the board with 3 there. Westbrook against Holiday. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Westbrook. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Pass to Watson. Lets the 3 fly, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Watson. Westbrook's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Boy, and that's a big deal for Westbrook because when he starts to knock down shots from distance, it really opens up his full bag of attack mode offense.
Nice shot by Smith. The Nuggets trail by 3. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. For the tie. Westbrook missing again. The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. The wide open look here for Holiday. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 5-point Rocket lead.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
To the paint, it's taken away by Smith. The tray carries it from 3-point range. Whitmore's got the lead up to 8 now for the Rockets.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Pass to Strother. Right side Westbrook to end the run. The rebound by Steven Adams.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
The Nuggets trail by 8. And Watson has it in the corner. Jordan dishes to Westbrook.
2 minutes.
That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 9 points for Russell Westbrook.
You know, even inside Westbrook, unstoppable. He plays with great confidence and also tremendous force for a guard.
Nice shot by Smith. A minute 42 left to play in the third. Outside Westbrook. To the middle. Launches it. The Rockets pull it in. Adams has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Westbrook with the steal. Here's Strother. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And it's Whitmore missing. Nuggets have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Here's Westbrook. It's on target from the high post. Westbrook's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, it looks to me like he can get this shot anytime he wants. I mean, so confident, so poised, always under control.
Here's Smith. Another miss by Houston.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Westbrook. Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Back to Smith. It's a good-looking shot from the wing. Smith's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Not an easy shot for a young player, but Smith Jr. really smooth that time.
Outside Westbrook. From the top of the key. That one doesn't drop. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So on the floor for Denver, sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point.
And the stroke of Van Vliet is so nice, proving once again why he's so valuable to this team.
Here's Jokic. Brooks grabs the board. Rockets leading by 8. Here's Thompson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Nuggets shooting here about 46% for the game. Jokic inside. Covered by Van Vliet. That one drops for him.
I don't know if this is one of Jokic's preferred spots, but his smooth stroke allows him to cash in from anywhere.
Şengün finds Brooks. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
Here's Şengün. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 6 assists in the game. The Nuggets trail by 6. Murray scanning the floor. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Şengün passes to Brooks. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Left side, Porter. Tries to save it, and that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter. And the Rockets with possession here. Van Vliet left side. And the wide open shot from Green. It's good from long range. Green's got the lead up to 9 now for the Rockets. Rockets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Jokic throws it down.
And right now, Jokic has it going on. He's doing whatever he wants to out there.
Houston leading by 7. Brooks kicks to Şengün. Jacks up a 3. And no good that time. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. It's good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Van Vliet finds Şengün. target with the free throw line, Jay.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one. You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Porter.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot. And that three was big. I mean, it cancels out the triple at the other end, and that appeared to really tighten this game up.
You can sense that the crowd, guys, is starting to feel as though this game just might be there.
Porter against Brooks. And shot on the way. The offensive rebound. They kick it out to Green. Launches a three. Knocks down the three ball. And it's an 8-point Rocket lead.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
Şengün with the screen for Thompson. Here's Green. Out to Brooks. From past the arc. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. And the Rockets lead by 9. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. From deep, Jokic in for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
Jokic, a safe bet in the clutch.
Brooks, that's a two-pointer. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now, here's Şengün. Followed.
Oh! Big time throwdown with flavor.
That is just nasty.
The athleticism, that finish.
And it's Jokic missing. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Tries the spin move. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Bangs home the trifecta.
The top passer at his position, Jokic, is consistent at moving the ball.
Van Vliet way outside. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Rockets get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let
create some ball. Playing unselfish basketball.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Keeping the game simple. Van Vliet just working the defense and taking what he sees there.
Pass to Edwards. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Şengün, the screen. The 3. And that one's good. Van Vliet for 3. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
And you gotta love the fire Van Vliet plays with. Coming right back with his own 3.
Pass to Randle. The 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Can't get it to drop.
With not a defender in sight, there's no one to blame but himself.
Pulls it from the top of the key. Van Vliet misses.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
For 3, Conley knocks down the long J.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open 3s like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Şengün from behind the arc. Buries it from 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading 3s back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Conley. And here's Edwards. Here's Randle. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. From the wing, here's Gobert. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
Here's Van Vliet. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. He's got 7. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 2, and let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood, with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, one thing about Van Vliet, he makes the right decision most of the time.
From 20 feet. Misses off the right iron. The Rockets lead by 4. It's a one-on-one situation. Thompson, no good.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
Keeps it alive.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
Timberwolves trail by 6. You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him.
And that one's good. Green.
Continuing to improve that three-point shot. Green hits this one.
Edwards looking for an opening. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, my. Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
Van Vliet on the wing. 7 points in the game. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Here's Edwards. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Edwards has got 7.
Yeah, Edwards rarely passes on a chance to get his team points. He loves making an offensive impact.
Van Vliet with it. He's picked up by Conley. Şengün, the screen. And here's Green from the arc. That shot off. Outside Edwards. Outside Conley. Fires from way outside. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. Nope. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Now here's Van Vliet. Şengün finds Van Vliet. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Van Vliet misses. Timberwolves trail by 3. DiVincenzo on the wing, guarded by Van Vliet. Gobert against Şengün. Gobert, no good.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Van Vliet. He hits the back iron and sinks it. He's got 9. And so it's Minnesota with it. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute to play. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
From the top of the key, and the basket by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 11.
I mean, a smart shooter. I like watching Van Vliet measure the defense and stick them with the J.
Fires from the line, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
And it's Green missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Edwards. Edwards, so good inside.
Wow, what a move from Edwards. He's fantastic at creating for himself.
Thompson, a screen on DiVincenzo. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Lets the 3 fly. The shot misses. Minnesota has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Edwards with it. Checked by Brooks. For 3, Randle. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now since being drafted in 2021. Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive. Normally he drains that.
And here's Thompson for 3. Houston with another miss. The Timberwolves trail. Shot from the wing, and he knocks the jumper down. Edwards has gotten 4 this quarter.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Here's Van Vliet. Houston with another miss. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Edwards for 3. Kept alive. Here's McDaniels. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 5th rebound in this one. Tipped. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Green against Edwards. Here he goes. That puts him in the lead. Edwards has got 13.
And just working his way inside, keeping Edwards out of the paint is not an easy task.
Van Vliet on the wing. DiVincenzo with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. On the take, Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And certain nights, Edwards just goes off. Very tough to stop when he's in the zone.
Brooks a screen on DiVincenzo. Pass to Brooks. Stop the drought. And another miss by Houston. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
DiVincenzo. Thompson pulls it in. Rockets trail by 4. 27 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Gets the 3 to fall. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Outside Edwards. Pass to Randall. Fires from deep. And the three-pointer goes. The 3 from Thompson. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The T-Wolves on top, up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
They've got Tari Eason. Whitmore is out there with Aaron Holiday. Then it's Jabari Smith. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Conley. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Richard at the three-point shot was never introduced. How different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high percentage looks.
Rockets trail by 3. Outside Whitmore. For 3. They get it again. For the tie. Here's Adams. Back to Eason. Fires for 3. Rebound Minnesota. Pass to Ingles. Fires the 3. Smith with the rebound. Houston has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Here's Whitmore outside. Counted from distance. It's all knotted up.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Yet to see a basket. And that one's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
The offensive rebound. Outside Eason. Second chance effort. That one no good. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in this second half. Pass to Alexander Walker. Over Whitmore. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Rockets have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Here's Eason. Another 3 from Houston.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Reed to screen on Holiday. And that one's good from Conley. Conley's got 6. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Count the basket.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Conley. He's got 6. Reed can't hit.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Takes the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
2 minutes.
Ingles from outside.
2 minutes.
And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Adams has got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Eason. Misses the deep three-point attempt. The Timberwolves trail. Reed to screen on Eason. The The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And this is where they've struggled.
Yeah, the half court has not been kind to them. Let's see what they run.
Three-pointer, Holiday. And Conley grabs the miss. And for Minnesota, they're shooting 37% from the floor at this point. From the high post, jump shot is good. Give him 8 points now.
Yeah, this is how Conley plays. Extremely efficient. He just takes what the defense allows.
Here's Smith. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Right side Easton. Offensive rebound. No good that time. Minnesota shooting a less than average 27% in the third quarter. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. It's scooped up. No good there. Rockets with a rebound. Holiday passes to Smith. Here's Whitmore outside. The shot off that time. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Timberwolves ahead. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Minnesota in the lead. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from 3.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Pass to Thompson. And that one good.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Here's Gobert. Gobert using his size to his advantage.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Green for 3. Sinks the tray.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Green for 3. Oh, Green from distance.
Whenever the opponent makes a 3, it feels like Jalen's got that mindset that he wants to answer.
He shoots it. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
And there's the lob. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, Ahmed Thompson. Incredible verticality.
DiVincenzo against Van Vliet. DiVincenzo pass to McDaniels. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Van Vliet to take the lead. Edwards pulls it in.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
For 3, Randall. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Green with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. Here's Şengün. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. And the Rockets lead by 1.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
DiVincenzo, and right through it goes! Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Now here's Van Vliet. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul of the game. Adams checked in for Houston.
First personal foul.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Gobert. Randall outside. Pulls up. Rebound by Van Vliet. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. And Thompson gets it to go.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And so Thompson will bring it up for Houston. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Randall outside. Tries it from the top of the key. And right on target. That one's good.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Here's Van Vliet. Oh, he nails it.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now here's Randall. Here's McDaniels. Out to DiVincenzo. Tries again. Rebound by Van Vliet. A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down. No need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
Thompson passes to Green. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. No good. And the Timberwolves with possession. 4-point game. Randall is screen on Brooks. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot, then a quick foul.
And it's Randall with the jam.
You want Randall with the ball in his hands towards the end of these games. Prime example right there.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Van Vliet with a deep 3. Missed it. And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for